CATT-NW, Season 1, Episode 1, Not Your Mom's Talking Calculator.
CATT, Center for Assistive Technology Training Northwest.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome again to our first ever CATT-NW. A big thank you for several people who requested trainings on math and AT, which is how the idea for this CATT-NW series was birthed. So we are hosting this CATT-NW from our CAT Northwest program. That's the Center for Assistive Technology Training. We are an APH-funded program, and we're really excited that we're able to provide this sort of training. It's to support the tech from APH with that understanding. The tech from APH is great because it gives us a nice example of the different flavors of assistive technology available for our students. So everything we're going to be using to demo in our CATT-NW series, we will be showcasing the technology from APH. However, the concepts are very relatable to other screen readers, other Braille displays, and we'll also be branching out to cover, how you prepare materials so that they're accessible for access with these specialized technologies. So everybody, you will notice that we are recording right now. We are recording so that we will post this to our YouTube channel. So with that understanding, I am actually going to remove any sort of like AI note-taking bots that people may have added to the meeting, simply because we don't have everybody's consent for AI to have that recording of what happens, but also the information from this meeting will be posted onto our YouTube channel. So because this is our very first CATT-NW, we just want to make sure everybody's oriented. So I will be making another orientation video to our CATT-NW series. I don't want to take up too much time here, but just so people know, here's the main document I'm putting into the chat. And that document will give you all the links to the YouTube channel that I just mentioned, our Slack workspace where you can ask a question for pretty close to same day answer. There's also forums that you can click on if you'd like to request a topic for us to cover or submit a demo or workflow that you've done to support accessible math for blind and low vision students. We want to take this space to just share little nuggets of information every week, but also to provide a platform to recognize all the great work that many other people in our field are doing to support accessible math. I'm so happy to see so many friends and familiar faces and really kind of epic names in the accessible math space just in today's meeting. And so I hope for anybody who has worked out your own workflows or demos that you may consider presenting for a different CATT-NW. So I'm going to dive right in because we've only got CATT-NW. And we're already at 15 minutes. So today's topic, we're calling it, It's Not Your Mom's Talking Calculator. In other words, we are going to be doing a deep dive on Desmos for the first several CATT-NW sessions. And, for anybody who's taken a training with me in the past, I always, preach really about we never use brand names. We always stay with the generic. Well, in this case, I'm breaking the rule. We are breaking the rule because we are focusing on Desmos because Desmos is the ultimate accessible talking and graphing calculator. It has been designed to be accessible from the very beginning. This is one of those instances where the tool and the tech is beautifully designed for access, and now we have to do our part to learn how to teach it to our students so they can use it and take advantage of all those features. So Desmos is actually embedded in many, many computer-based testing platforms already. It is in many states. And for anybody who has supported a blind and low vision student, blind or low vision student in computer-based testing and needing to use access or assistive technology, hopefully you also all know that students have to be using the same tools in their learning throughout the regular course of the year as they will be using in the assessment environment. So for this reason, because Desmos is the embedded calculator for computer-based testing, by extension, our students really should be using it throughout the year in the course of their math learning. So um, at this point, I think I'm going to turn things over to Eli Sanchez. Eli is one of the tech trainers on our CAT team. He is responsible for doing the training on non-visual tech. And Eli, if you want to do a little intro, and then Eli's going to dive right into, how Desmos is not like your mom's talking calculator.
Awesome. All right, everybody. So yeah, my name is Eli Sanchez. I'm the non-visual tech trainer with CAT. So basically, if it does Braille or if it talks, I'm usually the one that handles it here on the team. Um, and I'm completely by myself. I've been a JAWS user for over 20 years now. And Desmos, I was around when it was first coming out and writing guides for it. I don't know, years ago now. And I do use it as I'm currently still in school. And I've trained multiple people on how to use it. Through my background, I've been an employment specialist and a job coach. And so, yeah, it is a pretty robust system. And it's something you are going to come across if you take part in any kind of testing, most likely. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. And you guys are going to hear my jaws as well.
Location colon bottom.
There we go.
You have started screen share. Press F.
All right. So slow down the speech for everybody. I remember to do it this time. All right.
Participants can now see
I'm gonna
Desmos
come
vertical
over
bar
here to
beautiful free map.
this
Dashboard.
window. So I already have Desmos loaded up, but it's just Desmos.com.
Desmos vertical
Let me maximize
context menu.
this.
Restore. Move side. Minimize and maximize unavailable. Leaving menus. Desmos vertical bar.
All right. Okay, so this is just the home page. Um, and there are some screen reader principles we have to use here, but I'm just going to cover kind of the basics of web navigation here. If we want to get into, more of how to do it and screen reader specific stuff, we can address that at a separate time. But basically, so I'm going to do Control Home here.
Desmos vertical bar beautiful free map.
Okay, so I know I'm at the top now. So if I want to get to the different services, I know that there's a heading on here that lets me view all of the different functions that Desmos has. So I'm going to press H just because I know the web page already. Alternatively, I could press my down arrow and scan the whole entire page from top to bottom. But just for the sake of time today, we're going to hit H.
Beautiful free map. Heading level 1.
H again.
Explore all of our math tools. Heading level 2.
All right, explore all of our math tools. So this is cool. I'm just going to down arrow real quick so you guys have an idea as to what's going on here.
Link graphing.
So this is the graphing calculator portion.
Visited link scientific.
The scientific portion. Those are honestly the two most functions that I, as well as many others, come to this page for.
Link 4 function.
Then we got this one
Link matrix.
function, the matrix service.
Link geometry.
That's the geometry one. That's one I haven't done a lot of work in.
Link 3D.
And then this one's pretty new. So the 3D, that one is also one of the services I haven't done too much work in either, or as well, I'd say.
Heading level 2 looking for Desmos classroom left parent now
All right.
amplify classroom right parent.
And that's about as far as we can get on the services. The rest of the stuff is information about Desmos. So today I'm going to do the scientific portion just because that kind of is the entry to for everybody. Usually it's when your students come into, pre-algebra, or just or algebra 1 is about the time you're going to be using this. So
Explore all of our math tools. Heading level 2.
go. I just went up to the upper heading. I'm going to go down arrow here.
Link graphing. Visited link scientific.
Scientific. Hit enter on
Desmos
that.
vertical bar beautiful free math. Main region. Scientific link to activate. Press enter. Desmos vertical bar scientific calculator. Desmos vertical bar scientific.
All right. Relax, Jaws. Okay. So again, I'm going to the top of the page.
Desmos vertical bar scientific calculator.
Okay. So I'm going to take some time to point something out to a couple folks here that may not be fully used to this kind of service. So if you're looking at my screen here,
Enter button.
what came to the bottom? So you're going to see all of the different functions of the calculator laid out here. Things like your keypad, right? Your plus and minus, all these kinds of functions, and the enter button. And it's kind of because we're used to calculators, everybody thinks the first thing we should do here, if you've been a mouse user, is click on each individual button, right? So visually, if you are using this visually, you can definitely do that. And as a JAWS user, you could also, but let me just show you guys something real quick. So I'm at the enter button at the bottom of my screen here, and I'm gonna press my up arrow here.
Plus button. Answer button. Decimal button. Zero button. Button. Right parenthesis button. Left parenthesis backspace button. Minus button. Three button.
3. So let's say I want to do the number 11, right? So if I know I'm on 3, everyone thinks, well, it's over to the left. So I'm gonna press my left arrow.
Blank. Two. Blank. One. Blank. One. Blank. T. Blank. One.
Okay, and then I'm on 1, right? So I do 11. Let's say now I want to do 55 or just 5. I'm gonna go up and to the right, right? So I'm gonna go up,
Tangent button.
then right.
A.
Doesn't quite work.
Alpha.
Because what's going on here is each individual button is laid out for us the way it's supposed to be um, when you're on a web page. Now, because of that, though, visually it does look like a calculator, but to a JAWS user, it's honestly like you're using just one linear timeline, for example. Imagine you just have, you know, 0 to 100 in a straight line, and this is what it's like for a JAWS user. So if I want the number 5, I then have to up
Cosine button.
arrow,
Sine button.
up arrow,
Right arrow button.
up arrow,
Left arrow button.
up arrow,
Times button.
up arrow.
6 button. 5 button.
Now there's number 5. So I can't go left, right, up, down. I really can't navigate that way. So then what we are going to do instead is
Wrapping the top. Expression 1 colon edit. Blank.
expression 1. I hit the letter E for edit box, expression 1. I'm gonna hit enter here. And then to do a calculation, we're gonna use the numbers on the keyboard. So you can use a number row or the number pad, whichever one you're equipped with. So I'm just gonna do 3 times 3.
3. 3 times 3 equals 9.
3 times 3 equals 9. Is that right? So you heard the readout, right? I put in a number here, I did the times on the keyboard, and then I did a 3 again, and it read out 3 times 3 equals 9. So then I get asked, well, how do I, if it's a longer answer, how do I check this? So then we're going to go out of here.
Application mode. Virtual PC cursor.
All right, so I just hit escape. And I'm going to hit my up arrow here.
Navigation region end. Your answers show up on this side.
Oh, sorry. We're going to do this
Expression
again.
1 colon edit. Blank.
There we go. And then my up arrow.
Expression 1 colon. 3 times 3 equals 9.
3 times 3 equals 9. There's my equation plus my answer. I can go
Expression
down
edit
here.
equals 9. Edit.
And then let's say I want to add another.
Expression 2 colon edit. Blank.
I just hit enter on that initial entry point, and it created another one. So then now I can do 4
Times.
4.
4 times 4 equals 16.
And now I have 2 expressions, right? So this is a pretty good way. It's honestly the most effective way to put in your different what's it called equations to do your kind of math. So you can even get
Expression 3
complicated.
colon
I'll
edit.
do
Blank.
like
Type in text.
here we go.
Blank.
We'll
Blank.
do
4. Left parenthesis.
left.
From Martha Castiglia to everyone colon. How did you make 4?
4 times 4.
4. 4 times
And
left.
then
Right
right.
parenthesis.
And then we'll do left again.
Left parenthesis.
3
4
times
3.
3 right.
Right parenthesis.
And then see how
Application
now
mode. Double virtual PC cursor.
we did 4 times 4 and then multiply that times 3 times
Expression
3.
2 colon 4 times 4 equals 16. Edit. Expression 2 colon 4 times 4 edit equals 5 group start control bar. Main toggle but groups
Whoop.
equals 576.
There we go.
Edit. Equals
I
576.
don't know if it did that right. I might have missed the key.
Edit. Expression 2 colon 4 times 4
This one isn't
right
reading it
parent
out
equals
for
9.
me. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Edit.
All right.
Equals
here we
right
go.
parenthesis. Equals 9. Right for expression 2 colon 4 times 4 equals 16.
All right, so 9 times 16.
Edit. Equals 576.
There we go. So I just had to up arrow a little further.
And
So there you go,
Eli,
you guys.
Eli, quick question. This is Ting.
Hey,
How did you make the time symbol? There's a question from the chat.
it is shift. Sorry, that was on the autopilot. Shift 8. Shift 8 right above on the number row. So honestly, when you're doing these kinds of equations, see, we'll go open this again. I'm gonna clear
Selected. 4
this.
backs right parent. Selection deleted. Blank.
Clear
Expression
that
1
one.
colon 3. 3 times
Clear
3.
this
Selection
one.
deleted. Blank. Control bar group.
Okay. So
Expression with
now
reason. Expression 1 colon edit. Blank.
see
Application
how-
mode. Double tap to.
Whoops. See how I'm back? I'm cleared out to 0, right? So I just did a control A, and then you just do your backspace to get rid of everything you want. And you can get rid of the different entries you have.
Virtual PC.
So now I'm back
Expression
to
1 edit.
just expression
Group
1,
start main toggle.
and I don't have any
Groups edit.
more, right? But if I just hit enter on expression 1, you can get as many as you want.
Virtual PC.
You can get rid of them too with your backspace. Now you guys are also hearing the little bubbles, right? The little pings here.
Expression edit.
I'll shut up JAWS. You guys can listen to them.
Speech on demand.
These are kind of important here. So there we go. And then we'll do, right? So high pitch and low pitch. Those are important. Those tell you when your JAWS is ready to drop information into these expression fields. Now, I have a setting that says it's called forms mode, and I have it set so that it's manual forms mode. So I tell JAWS when to go into these fields. By default, though, if you're doing this with your student for the first time, it will automatically put you into these edit fields as you touch them with the down arrow. So, for example, whoops,
Full
turn
speech.
JAWS back on. So
Expression 1 colon.
if I am up here and then I press my down arrow, if I had automatic forms mode,
Edit.
see this one just says edit because I have manual. But if I had auto by default, it would drop me right into this edit field. And what happens is a lot of people think they use their down arrow trying to check their answers down here,
Group start control.
and it won't go down. And that's usually because they're stuck in the edit field. So just keep that in mind when you're trying this for the first time with your students. All right. And I believe that's our time, right?
Wow, well done. I was ready to hit the bullhorn in just like 30 seconds there.
Yeah, I was getting nervous.
That was really good. All right,
Awesome.
well,
From JJ
thanks
Isaacson to
for
everyone colon.
joining for our first Tech in 20, everybody. That 20 minutes flew by. Hopefully that's a nice little nugget for you. And I don't know about you all, but I feel like when it comes to math and AT, sometimes 20 minutes is all that my brain can take. So we do have just a few seconds left. I want to note that, if you have questions about this, if you want a more specific demo about something else, please submit a request for a topic. And next week, I am very pleased to introduce our other trainer on our CAT team. This is Leslie Edmonds. Leslie focuses on doing training for the low vision tech, CVI, extensive support needs. And Leslie is going to talk through some instructional strategies for how to introduce your student to using Desmos with JAWS next week. And any quick last intro notes?
No, I'm just, I learned a lot today.
All right, I'm going to stop the recording now and we'll hang out for another 10 minutes if people want to ask questions. And I will also allow people to unmute if you would like. Okay, so stopping recording now. The contents of this video were developed through a partnership with the American Printing House of the Blind, APH. CATT Northwest is based at the Washington State School for the Blind, WSSB. Logos, WSSB and APH. The contents of this video were developed under a contract authorized by the Department of Education. However, these contents do not necessarily represent the policy of the Department of Education, and you should not assume endorsement by the federal government.